Fans shocked. Last month, Bill O'Reilly was fired from Fox News after a series of sexual harassment allegations against him came to light. Now, O'Reilly is preparing to give his first post-Fox interview today, and where he's doing it may surprise you. The Blaze reported that O'Reilly will appear on the Glenn Beck program Friday to discuss the problems plaguing Washington, D.C. Also, your humble correspondent will be on Glenn Beck's radio show Friday 10 a.m. Eastern, O'Reilly announced on Twitter. O'Reilly has spent the weeks since he was fired working on his podcast, No Spin News. However, this will be the first interview he has given since his Fox News scandal erupted. "I am sad that I'm not on television anymore," O'Reilly said on his podcast after he was fired. "I was very surprised how it all turned out. I can't say a lot, because there's much stuff going on right now. Share this story if you still support Bill O'Reilly." Right before leaving, Comey revealed Senator Grassley a major secret about Trump. The Democrats lied. The Democrats will be angry as hell when they find out what did James Comey revealed to Senator Chuck Grassley right before he left the FBI. Today Grassley issued a statement that is considered to be a game changer. It looks like Comey told him that President Trump was not the subject of the FBI's investigation about Russia. He said, on Tuesday, the president's letter said that Director Comey told him he was not under investigation. Senator Feinstein and I heard nothing that contradicted the president's statement. This is excellent to hear when we consider the fact that he is the head of the Senate Judiciary Committee, which makes him a reliable source. But the real question is it's not Trump they investigated, who is it then? It may be Michael Flynn or even Hillary Clinton. What is really important is that this proves that the Democratic accusation of Trump being connected with Russia are completely false. What do you think of this? Share your Whoa. After ABC reporter called Huckabee's daughter a liar, watch what happens. Video. After she replaced White House Press Secretary, Sarah Huckabee Sanders has proven once again that she is worthy to carry such a burden, and she made President Donald Trump very proud. Jonathan Carlin, ABC reporter, said that President Donald Trump is not being honest about the firing of FBI Director James Comey. Then he said that Sarah was a liar and interrupted her while she was defending herself. She said, "Hold on, Jonathan, I'll let you finish and read off every single one of those statements. So, unless you want to trade places, I think it's my turn now." Watch how she destroyed him after he called her a liar. Truly epic. What do you think of this? Share your Trey Gowdy just exposed the shocking list of traitors who blocked the travel ban. South Carolina Representative Trey Gowdy was offended about the Ninth Circuit Court decision about President Trump's travel ban executive order. He used sharp words towards them. Gowdy addressed Martha MacCallum on Fox News and tore into the lawful direction who best draft the ban, and portrayed how they made a terrible showing with regards to the lawful written work, giving the government court the opening to turn it down on the grounds that it was inadequately worded. Said Gowdy in regards to how he would draft the ban in an unexpected way, "My counsel to the president, I'm sure he is receiving this counsel because he's got access to much better lawyers than me. You have to have a different evidentiary basis depending on the category at a bar. U.S. citizens is one category. If you have a visa and you have relied upon that visa to either rent an apartment or put your kids in school, then, you do have certain property interests that you would want to be protected. Therefore, you are entitled to due process." MacCallum asked, "There is an indication it was written by basically outside counsel and not run by the Dodge. And you just pointed to a number of holes in this initial executive order. What do you think about the fact that that's the way that it was apparently done?" Gowdy answered, "I am prepared to give this president time. He has never served in the House, the Senate. It is up to his advisors, including his legal advisors, to say, Mr. President, with different categories like non-immigrant visa holders, versus U.S. citizen, versus non-U.S. citizen, there is a different legal analysis. and it is incumbent upon his advisers to provide him with the evidentiary basis to withstand a court scrutiny. What do you think of this? Share your opinion. Game changer. Gowdy just sent Donald Trump a message that'll have him cheering like crazy. U.S. Representative Gowdy has now officially received a call from Donald Trump asking whether he was interested in becoming the next director of the FBI. According to Fitz News, Gowdy has said yes. Here is what Fox News had to say about it. According to sources, the fourth-term congressman said that he was interested in the position. Obviously, this is not a job offer, but it is the first step to getting the nation's FBI post. Gowdy is definitely in the running, and according to a source, he's on the official short list. Gowdy is very qualified for the post, and there is no denying that the Greenville, SC native has the skills to fix the FBI. If you think that Trump should pick Gowdy, share this 1 million times so that Trump can see it and pick him. Gowdy is the first step necessary to draining the swamp. H/T Fitz. Seconds ago, reveals the true identity of Barack Hussein Obama. The mainstream media has been desperately trying to destroy Donald Trump for months. Now, they have become so desperate to take him down that they have resorted to reporting fake news on him. Last week, conservative radio host Rush Limbaugh said he has finally had enough. After Trump issued his laptop ban, which banned certain electronics from being brought on aircrafts flying out of terror-risk Middle Eastern countries, the mainstream media tried to make this look xenophobic. Rush began his discussion of this by reading from a Washington Post piece entitled "Trump Won't Allow You to Use iPads or Laptops on Certain Airlines." Trump, Rush stressed, according to Daily Wire. Donald Trump is denying you, if you're on a certain airline flying into the United States, Donald Trump is denying you the chance to use your electronic device. He continued reading the following quote from the article: from Tuesday on, passengers traveling to the U.S. from 10 airports in 8 Muslim-majority countries will not be allowed to have iPads, laptops or any communications device larger than a smartphone in the cabin of the plane. If you are traveling from Egypt, Jordan, Kuwait, Morocco, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, or the UAE on Egypt Air, Emirates, Etihad Airways, Kuwait Airways, Qatar Airways, Royal Air Maroc, Royal Jordanian Airlines, Saudi Arabian Airlines, or Turkish Airlines, and you want to use your laptop on the flight, you are probably out of luck. So why is the United States doing this, and how can it get away with it? Don't you mean why is Trump doing this and how can't Trump get away with it? Asked Rush. Well, the story here says that the US says it's not all about security. There is an alternative explanation. The next part of the article suggested that the banning of laptops by Trump might just be about retaliation. 3 of the airlines that have been targeted for these measures, Emirates, Etihad Airways and Qatar Airways, have long been accused by their U.S. competitors of receiving massive effective subsidies from their governments. These airlines have been quietly worried for months that President Trump was going to retaliate. This may be the retaliation. The United States is weaponizing interdependence. Rush pointed out that the British are also barring laptops and tablets from cabins on some international flights, something that the mainstream media is leaving out of their coverage. Wait, there's another government involved here? Said Rush. Wait. We just kind of read US and British officials. You mean the Brits have instituted the same ban on electronic devices on certain airliners coming into the UK just like we have in the US? Well, Shazam. It looks like somebody other than Trump is doing the same thing Trump's doing. I wonder if Trump's making him do it. So we are now being led to believe that Donald Trump colluded with the UK to deny airplane passengers the right to use their laptops, their iPads, and their iPhones, he added mockingly. Is that right? UK, United States, Trump colludes with everybody. Do you know what this really is about? 'Cause I have that here, said Limbaugh, who then destroyed the liberal articles by detailing the actual facts behind the laptop ban. Rush, Laptop ban on flights is based on intelligence about an ISIS plot to target the West gathered during the raid on Yemen which killed Navy SEAL. The intelligence centered around al-Qaeda's successful development of compact battery bombs that fit inside laptops or other devices, sources claimed. In other words, there is a credible threat. It is a credible threat based on intel that was gathered during the raid in Yemen, in January, a raid that Obama had approved before he left office. The military commanders said they couldn't launch until they had a new moon. They needed a totally dark sky. There wasn't a new moon until after Trump was inaugurated. Trump signed off on the deal. He had nothing to do with the strategy, the actual operation. He just signed off on it. The raid was conducted and we know the details. They somehow knew we were coming, claiming they heard the drone of our drones, they heard the sound, and a SEAL was killed and the terrorists were hiding and dressed as men and women and children and so forth inside mosques or what have you. And everybody proclaimed the mission an abject failure. Trump said, no, there was some really valuable intel gathered. People poo-pooed Trump as insane, stupid, and a lying sack of you-know-what. It turns out there was intel gathered, and the intel gathered from the raid claimed that ISIS has perfected bombs that work and go inside batteries, inside electronic devices that you would use on the cabin of an airplane, a laptop, an iPad, or an iPhone. And when they learned of this intel, they banned flights from 10 different countries where the intel said people had been perfecting this. There is a solid, specific reason for this to happen. It's not because Trump hates anybody. It's not because Trump doesn't want you using your iPhone. It's not because Trump's flipping off the business community. It's not because Trump's is an xenophobe or a bigot. It's because there was a credible threat in both the UK and the United States. And the only place that you will find the details of that story is in the UK Daily Mail. You won't see it in the New York Times. You won't see it in the Washington Post. You won't see it anywhere in America because the objective is not to tell the truth. The objective is to destroy Trump. Share this story if you agree with Rush Limbaugh.